Hi there, my name's Verrkah, and on today's video we're going to be talking about ghosts. Are they real? Is it bullcrap? I don't know! But I'm going to tell you about a couple of my experiences, so you might want to just turn the lights on, grab a blankie, cuddle up for this very creepy commentary. So, I used to live in this house that I'm pretty sure was haunted. One of the first experiences that I had in this house was I was laying in bed about to fall asleep, and I just kind of kept opening my eyes and stuff like that, and I kept seeing what seriously looked like a shadow of a half man, half spider, giant, like weird crawling shadow thing on my ceiling, and I was just like, what is this nonsense? And I was like freaking out, dude. Like I couldn't move because I was just like paralyzed with fear. And eventually I ended up falling asleep and I survived the night. No creepy monster ate me in my sleep or anything like that. But probably the craziest thing that happened, before I get into that, we used to always hear footsteps and stuff like that upstairs, and like when we were downstairs, when there was nobody upstairs, and we'd always hear like disembodied voices and stuff like that. Like there were so many times where I was alone in the house, just chilling, watching TV or playing PlayStation or Xbox or whatever, and I would just hear my name, like, Josh, and I'd be like, yeah, and there was nobody there. It was like, after you realize, oh crap, there's nobody in the house, like, that's pretty creepy. And there was like a couple times where I felt like I got touched, like on my neck or something, and there'd be like a cold sensation, and it just some weird stuff. But so we started watching the show Ghost Hunters, and we kind of got into the EVP thing. So I went and bought and if you don't know what EVP is, that's electronic voice phenomenon. Basically, it's just when you have a recorder, and you ask a couple questions like, is there anybody here with us? And you won't hear the voice at the time, but when you play it back, you might hear a response like, so I would pose the question like, is there any spirits in the room with us? And it'd be like, yes, or something like that. So we got a couple of those. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them anymore because that was like a long time ago. I think it was like 15 when we lived in this house. But so we decided to get this Ouija board. And so we started playing around with that, and the whole time I was like, yeah, this is complete bullcrap. It's totally not going to work. Well, we started asking some questions, and we got some pretty dang creepy responses. So one of the questions that we asked was, my sister actually asked this question. So I was on one side of the Ouija board, she was on the other side, and she said, what will Josh be doing in his future? And it spelled out. Started going, it went to C, went to R, went to Y, and then it spelled out crying, and I'm like, okay. It kind of got like a creepy feeling, and then it kept going, and it said tears of joy. And we're like, well, what does that mean? And it said girl. And I'm like, okay, a girl, tears of joy. What, am I going to meet a hot chick or something? And it was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's not cool. But what it said totally amazed me. It spelled out a date, okay? And at the time, this date meant nothing to me at all. But the next year, I actually ended up having a daughter, born on the exact same date that this thing spelled out, okay? And yes, when my daughter was born, I was crying tears of joy. So it was really weird. And the craziest thing about this was my girlfriend, she was not pregnant. Like, this was a year before, when we're going to have a baby. It's 9 months. So totally super weird and creepy. Just still to this day, when I think about it, just totally blows my mind how that could even be possible. And I know you're probably thinking, bull crap. And honestly, if I heard somebody tell that story, I would probably think the same thing. But let me know, guys. Have you had any experience with ghosts? There's been a couple other things too. In that house, by the way, I had 4 posters on each wall, and one time I was just sitting there in my room, and boom, all 4 posters fell off the wall at the same time. Explain that to me, I don't know. But let me know. Do you guys believe in ghosts? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. My name's Verrkah, a.k.a. Josh. Actually, that's my real name. Every time I say my name's Verrkah, I'm lying to you. I'm sorry. I'm a liar. But if you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye!